Hi everyone! I'm very excited to present my capstone today to you all. Today I'll be speaking about science communication and environmental education content on environmental organizations' social media can increase engagement and public awareness for environmental issues. Let's get started. What is social media? Well, social media is a computer-based technology that allows people to share ideas, opinions, and information through virtual networks and communities. Users can share personal information, documents, movies, and images via social media. Traditional ways to spread scientific news is declining, while online science news allows more people to access scientific information much faster. A lot of people today use social media. 72% of adults in the United States use at least one social media site, and the younger demographic is the biggest demographic to use it. Ways that users reply to a post on social media are referred to as social media engagement. Comments, following, likes, shares, and clicks on a shared link are all examples of engagement. A post is anything published on social media, whether it's a picture, infographic, video, or text. For most organizations, followers are their primary audience. Instagram specifically has an engagement rate. The engagement rate on Instagram is the amount of total engagement received by an Instagram account over a specific period of time, expressed as a percentage of followers. So now that we know what social media is, let's move on to what environmental literacy and environmental education is. Environmental literacy is defined as an individual's understanding, skills, and motivation to make responsible decisions that consider his or her relationships to natural systems, communities, and future generations. It is connected to environmental education, as environmental literacy is the desired result of that. Environmental education is a method of allowing people to learn about environmental concerns, solve problems, and take steps to improve the environment. Individuals have a better grasp of environmental challenges and the ability to make educated and responsible actions as a consequence of this education. It also increases public awareness and knowledge of environmental issues that they might not even know about. Some people, particularly those who are critical to the success of environmental literacy projects, may be unfamiliar with the notion of environmental literacy. The ever-widening gap in environmental literacy must be addressed if environmental organizations are to reach their sustainability goals. So, why is science communication so important? Well, climate change has become a divisive issue in the United States. It is critical for environmental organizations to establish environmental protections as part of more people's identity. Science has become rooted in most attributes of modern society, and people's opinions and knowledge about science is constantly evolving as time goes on. Environmental educators must constantly rework their approaches to science communication to establish positive feedback from their audiences. Instead of presenting their evidence at the public, they should work to increase the dialogue between themselves and the public. To do this, environmental organizations must first make sure that the public can engage with the material. Can someone, regardless of scientific background, be able to understand the information being shown to them? Are the charts and graphs being shown confusing or too abstract? The public needs to be able to understand science in the first place. If there is no understanding, people will check out and become disinterested in the important scientific issues that affect their futures. Eliminating the technical jargon that comes with scientific articles is usually most crucial. While websites require people to intentionally visit them, social media pages do not. Social media posts can pop up on screens of those who have never even heard of the environmental organization. This makes it an effective tool for a younger audience who might not have sought out that environmental organization website or subscribed to their email list. Instagram alone has over 1 billion active users each month, with 500 million Instagram stories daily. In the United States, there are 140 million Instagram users. The public can directly interact and ask the researcher who created the science content questions. This can help clear up some confusion and help to engage the public in scientific issues. So, my partner for this project is the Connecticut Audubon Society. They are a nonprofit organization headquartered in Fairfield, Connecticut, with numerous centers and sanctuaries throughout the state. Their mission is protect Connecticut's birds, other wildlife, and their habitats through conservation, education, and advocacy. The Connecticut Audubon Society preserves and protects 20 sanctuaries in Connecticut, totaling 3,300 acres of natural habitat. In addition, the group is involved in several conservation initiatives around the state, such as Osprey Nation, Piper Plover monitoring at Hammonasset, and Audubon Alliance for Coastal Waterbirds, and more. They have a social media presence with multiple accounts consisting of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and their website. I work directly with the Director of Communications, Tom Anderson, and it's because of him this project was greenlit. So, the purpose of the study is to evaluate if environmental education content that is simple, easy to read yet informative, that invites a dialogue between the public and environmental organization can increase public awareness of environmental issues. The measurement of this is the change in engagement rate of the environmental organization's social media page. So, the study was conducted using the Instagram page of the Connecticut Audubon Society at CT Audubon. Their Instagram page was chosen over their Twitter page due to the nature of the infographics and the 240 character limit of tweets. Before the study, there was no set schedule or consistency to their posts. 15 infographics were created and posted on a weekly basis on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, at the same time using Lightful. The infographics were designed to be easy to read, but informative. They were balanced so they did not include an overwhelming amount of text. The infographics were also designed to be eye-catching to the viewer as they scroll through their Instagram feed. Of the 15, 5 total were made to be global. Global is defined as large global issues framed to be local and personal to the person who is viewing it. These 5 were local to the New England area specifically to measure engagement. Those infographics includes habitats and wildlife commonly seen in New England area. Captions for each post were written with more information that could not be included in the infographic itself, with the intention of creating a dialogue between the Connecticut Audubon Society and those who viewed the posts. Hashtags were added at the end of each post that related to each infographic respectively to increase views of those who did not follow Connecticut Audubon Society. The study consisted of a 10-week period total. The first 5 weeks was an observation period where the Connecticut Audubon Society posted their own content on their Instagram with no outside influence. This was the control to measure their normal engagement rate and overall growth and have data for comparison. After this observation period, the study's educational infographics were posted during a study period to the Instagram page on a set schedule, in addition to Connecticut Audubon Society's regular posts. The follower count, average likes, average comments, and engagement rate for the study was calculated and recorded before and after both the observational and study periods. The comments were categorized into a table consisting of questions in which the commenter asked for more information about the content, and sharing thoughts in which the commenter stated their opinion, ideas, or experiences. The comments were analyzed to determine if the implemented infographics created more dialogue. So, for our results, there was a slight increase in follower growth of about 0.25%. We used more hashtags in these infographics during the study than previous posts, so that could be the reason behind this minor increase. So people who were searching that hashtag could have seen our content and decided to follow. Now, what's interesting to me is this engagement rate. So on the right, we have our engagement rate. So as you can see, between September 6th and October 11th is our observation period. So we still see an increase of growth on their normal schedule basis, but look how the increase goes up a little more dramatically. So the difference between the two observation periods, there was a 0.12% increase in engagement for the observation period, but a 0.37% increase, almost triple difference in that increase. So that shows that more people were liking the educational infographics and commented on them more than in the study period than in the observation period. The comments on the posts included questions about the post to find out more information and shared experience to those posts, but the average number of comments overall for all posts did not change. Same with the likes. The average likes really did not go up that much. However, when you just look at the implemented infographics only, there is a very stark difference. However, this is a smaller number. There are over 800 posts in total versus 15, so that could be the reason. However, when we look at the actual comments themselves, you can clearly see a big difference in the number and the length of these comments. So when we look at, there were 5 times more questions and 3.3 times more sharing thought comments on the study period than the observation period. Most of the sharing thought comments were statements about viewers' experiences regarding the infographics content or exclamations of importance of protecting wildlife. The increase of questions shows that the viewers are interested in learning about the environmental education when given the space and information that they can understand. So you can really see how they had asked questions specifically about the local posts. Most of these comments came from the posts specifically about the New England area. So it really shows that people truly do care about their environment. They truly care about the communities they live in and the natural wildlife that surrounds them. And if they are shown a global issue like climate change, like pollution and habitat destruction, and it is applied to their environment, they truly do respond to that. In conclusion, this was a very small study, so repeat studies are needed. Science communication is complex and ever-changing, so for each study, it would have to be finely tailored to the region and the time period. And lastly, I would like to acknowledge Tom Anderson and the Connecticut Audubon Society for allowing me to use their Instagram for my study. Without them, this project would not have been possible. So thank you very much. And all right, that's the end of the presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it like I did, and have a wonderful day.